There's a lot of discussion these days about having sales conversations online. People are obsessed with finding the perfect way to close a deal. The only problem with all of this is that if you're dealing with any real money, a deal will usually require person-to-person contact. There's a lot to be said for cultivating a sale online these days. I view it as an essential part of the process, but it's important we don't forget about closing. You need to build the groundwork for a sale through sales conversations that can be done online or over the phone. For some of us, it might even require a face-to-face meeting. If you're aiming to eventually close a deal with a one-to-one meeting, regardless of whether that's on platforms like Zoom, Skype, or even face-to-face, it's well worth starting your process on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's the closest to an in-person introduction you can get without actually meeting. With LinkedIn, your client can see the kind of professional you are rather than just your email signature. LinkedIn also gives you a great number of valid excuses for starting up a conversation which you don't get elsewhere. It enables you to start your sales conversation on a very casual and natural way, then build up to closing in person. So once you've built up the conversation on LinkedIn, I'd advise you to seriously consider closing in person. An in-person conversation will pay for itself in sales because your potential client will get a much better feel for you and your solutions. If you put yourself in the shoes of the client, consider how much better you might feel. Firstly, will they appreciate the time and effort you put in to see them? They're much more likely to see the value proposition of engaging you in seeing that effort being put in. Next, you'll build a solid foundation of trust with them. After all, we're always more likely to trust someone we've actually spoken to. It's also much easier to persuade people that you're genuine in order to obtain maximum results when you meet them. All you have to do is be the real you and focus on their needs. In the end, if you're going to try to get bigger sales, you're going to have to put in the time and effort. And I believe it's more beneficial to put that time in person. Today, we're all becoming too familiar and too comfortable with communicating through devices and digital methods. These developments can be great, but sometimes it's worth remembering the old ways as they work just as well as they've always done. What type of selling do you prefer?